you need a change of scenery. We need to move from here. You know, the shock was very big, and he said, let's move to El Gouna in 3 months.
قول انت انا وانت حنتقابل مع الايام
You can say good morning, everybody. This is the Zoom In podcast. We are here in Daily Dose, and I'm here with
Clémence Clerc.
yeah. You would see Clémence around a lot, like regular people here in Gouna running after their kids in the supermarket, everywhere. What you will see is this tall lady. She doesn't mind this.
You will remember me more than anyone else,
Yes.
because I'm one of the 3 tall ladies of El Gouna.
Yes, so she's one of the tallest ladies here in Gouna. And the other thing that you will notice is that she has this beautiful French accent that I love so much. I'm not so sure. Are you proud of this accent?
Not so much, no.
Really?
I'm trying to get rid of it very much.
We really love it. Actually, it's so strange. It's so strange that you want to get rid of it.
You are not the first person here to tell me that you like it.
Yeah.
But me, when I listen to other French people speaking English, I get so annoyed from the accent.
Really?
Yes, so annoyed. So I'm really trying to improve, but it feels like it's just in our DNA. You know, we can't speak better than this, because I'm really trying. I'm not like one of these French people that they say, you know, whatever I speak is okay. I'm trying, but no.
Actually,
we can't.
For you to speak in this way is that this is something to justify our broken English too.
Yeah,
So
all right.
If all of us have this broken English, so yeah, we have like this safe place where we can, all of us have this broken accent, and it's all about we understand each other. Like
we do understand each other, so that's the most important.
We have other people who like they manage to say 3 or 4 words, and we don't mind this. We just communicate with. We complete each other's sentences, and it's okay. And this is like one of the beautiful things about this community that's being built around kids. Like, we are here, our kids are here, your daughter and my daughter, and they come, they play, and we are at complete peace, and everybody can speak in their own accent.
Yeah, definitely.
So
bringing us together.
Yeah. I love this. It's like for me, it's like an image of heaven, like people living together, Turkish, Russian, Ukrainian, French, Egyptian.
Yeah.
And we don't mind it at all. We don't speak about politics, and we have our kids, they love each other. And this is one beautiful thing about El Gouna, living here. So when we talked back then, you told me you love the idea of hearing other people's story.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask you is that you first tell us about your story. Is like how did you know about El Gouna, and how did you decide to come here?
So this is an amazing story, and I actually love to hear it from other people, because people are coming from all over the world. So it's so interesting to know how they arrived in this small place in Egypt. So from my side, my husband was working in Cairo back in 2011.
Okay.
We didn't know each other by then, but he kept some very good Egyptian friends.
Yeah.
And when we met, one of the first holiday we took was in Egypt. He took me to Cairo, and then his friends told him, we will show you El Gouna and stuff. We will go for a few days. You will see it's very nice. So my husband didn't know it at all. So this was 2016.
Okay.
And we came and we loved it right away. We loved the vibe about it. We loved how cool it was. We loved that in the supermarket you could have people in sheep and swimsuit next to people with, suits. We really loved everything about the vibe.
Yeah.
And it stayed in our mind. We were like, okay, this is a very nice place. And 2018, we have our first daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of El Gouna came back in our mind because my husband grew up in Greece. He's Greek. And he grew up in Greece in a place that used to be kind of like El Gouna. So it's Vouliagmeni. It's the beach side of Athens.
Okay.
Like the south part of Athens.
Can you say it again, please?
Vouliagmeni.
Vouliagmeni?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of land. And back then it was kind of a small village, and he grew up there, and all him and his friends were, it was very safe at the time, and they were just all running around, the kids. They had a kids gang, and they were just, running around all day long by the beach, by the sea, barefoot. And my husband had this dream for his children.
Mm-hmm.
And we were living in the north of France at this time, in Lille. Yeah. And he was telling me, this is not a life for a children to be, to have 250 days rain per year and be locked inside the house all day long.
Is it a big city, Lille?
Yeah, it is a big city.
Okay.
It's probably the 5th biggest city in France.
Okay.
Nothing compared to Cairo, of course, but it is big enough. And the idea came back to our mind, and we were like, okay, let's take another trip here in El Gouna with our baby. So we came December 2018 we spent Christmas, New Year here, and we started checking what was happening, how eventually we could make it happen to move here. But we still had our jobs in France. And I was back then a high-level athlete. I was a high-level water polo player. I was in the national team, and my ambition was to play the Paris Olympic Games that will take place this summer. So we just elaborated a plan to prepare us moving to El Gouna after the Olympics. So a few months after our trip, we bought an apartment in El Gouna. And we started, working the economics, working everything for us to be doable to move in September 2024. And we had then a second baby in 2020. I restarted my water polo career again, but then in May 2022, I got a very bad neck injury.
Oh.
I had already in 2015 a surgery, a big hernia surgery. I almost was paralyzed.
Oh.
And now they discovered that I had another 2 cervical hernia, so my water polo career was over.
Oh.
So it was so hard. I mean, even though I had a life, I had my 2 children, I wasn't, 25 years old. I had a job also there,
yeah, I think
still,
for water polo, they stay playing for a very long time.
Yeah, you can. The ladies stop a little earlier than the man, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
I could have played another 4 or 5 years for sure. And so, it was really just so sudden. And so my Olympic dreams was flying away. And also, I was built like this, it was how I built my personality. I started high-level training at 14 years old. All I ever knew my whole life was just swimming pool and training. So all of a sudden you don't really know who you are anymore, what you're capable of, and what is your personality. And, and my husband told me, I was gonna still, continue working until 24 and wait. And my husband told me, no, you need a change of scenery. We need to move from here. The shock was very big. And he said, let's move to El Gouna in 3 months. And, so it was very sudden. We literally, packed our stuff and left, we had nothing really prepared because we're supposed to have an extra 2 years to prepare.
And your home at Lille is bought also?
No, we were renting. But it was, oh my God, we were renting a 4-floor house.
Wow.
So with 2 children, you can't imagine the amount of things we had
Yes, for sure.
everywhere. So the emptying this house was a nightmare. It was a 1 month exhausting job. But yeah, we narrowed down our stuff from a 4-floor houses. We moved to El Gouna with 6 suitcases for 4 people.
Okay.
All our belongings were 6 suitcases.
One shot.
And one of these suitcases was just book. So it was, one suitcase of book and 5 for the clothes and everything.
When I visited you yesterday, I saw lots of books there.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I mean, this is what we were able to keep because they're very heavy. But so this is how we arrived. And we arrived in El Gouna, maybe it was around 25 of August, 2022. We hadn't planned anything for the school of our girls, for nursery, like nothing. We were not ready. We just decided that since my injury happened, it was the moment and we had to do it now.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of El Gouna, is that, even with nothing planned, everything is kind of easy here. Mm-hmm. And so it all happened. Of course, the first month was exhausting because, you don't understand the money, you don't understand the language, you don't know, every small little thing is difficult. You're completely out of your comfort zone. But very, very quickly, we started feeling like we belong here after just a few weeks.
That's awesome. What amazes me is like, I'm going to go a little bit steps backwards. Is that what amazes me is that a person like you coming from France, looking at El Gouna and seeing this is like a beautiful place. It's like I haven't been traveling a lot, so I can't compare Gouna to other places. So do you have this comparison? Do you feel like it looks like some places that
No, honestly, I didn't travel that much either. I traveled a lot for water polo, but I would see only the swimming pool and the hotels, so I cannot call it really traveling. But I don't know anything like El Gouna, really nothing.
Really? Wow. This is a big statement.
It is something...
This is a very big statement.
For me, El Gouna is kind of an oasis outside of time. It's not like, any other country, any other cities in the world that I know of course.
Wow.
It's not about how beautiful it is. It's not about, there are millions of places in the world that has way more beautiful beaches than in El Gouna, that the sea is way more beautiful, that the sand is sea and
mountains
white
and stuff.
But it's about the vibe, the feeling, the community.
Okay.
And with my husband, every time we hear people talking about new projects and stuff in the Red Sea and everybody saying, oh, this is the new Gouna, this is the new Gouna. We're like, no, there is no.
It can be duplicated.
It can't be. Gouna is Gouna and nothing will ever be like Gouna.
Yeah. I feel the same.
But it's not again about the beauty of it, even though it is really beautiful in its own way. But it's really about the vibe, the community. I've made more friends here in 2 years than I had in 10 years when we were living in the north of France. When you are parent, I feel like it's impossible to feel lonely here, when usually parents of young children everywhere in the world can feel quite lonely,
Yes, for sure.
Here you always have someone around you to support you. I mean, always. The community of moms we have here and how much we're supporting each other, it's really, it's amazing. I've never known this.
Yes, I love this.
Elsewhere.
I've seen this with my own eyes,
Yeah. And, it's just fantastic. I mean, whatever problem you'll have here, you will have somebody stepping in to help you immediately.
Yes, and I love also about the fact about that we can be considered newcomers, and we are like finding each other and supporting each other.
Yeah.
This is awesome. It's like meeting each other in this road while our kids is like in the first or second year in the school, and like the stories are like they are similar. Like you can ask us. We came here in 2021. Like it's not so far away from you.
It's just 1 year before.
Yes. So yeah, and like it's like we are knowing Gouna and we knowing the community step by step with each other, and this is awesome. Like,
But this is the beautiful thing about Gouna, and I believe Gouna owes a lot of its beauty to its people,
Yes.
to the very first people that started living full time here. And the beauty about them is that they're really warm and welcoming with anybody arriving within the community. And this is super rare. I mean, if I relate to France, what I know the most, in the south of France, in like the beautiful places and stuff, the community is very close. And
Yeah.
people that they are raised and born there, they're acting like, this is our land. We don't want anybody else to enjoy our sunshine, to enjoy our beaches, to enjoy here.
yeah, it's a possibility, by the way, in any place that's like if outcomers or people who come for visits. If they feel like, you are ruining our beautiful place, no, we'll be aggressive and hostile toward you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it happens a bit for us when it's a seasonal time and we find people coming and destroying every kind of
course.
rule.
But
feel like
this is something, I mean, it has to do with tourism.
Yes.
But I mean,
for people who are staying,
the community itself living full time here, the real, the Goonies that they've been here for 20 plus years are so warm and so welcoming with everybody and their.
Do you have an example?
Yeah, I mean,
we can say names, by the way.
The clubhouse,
Yeah, for sure.
You go to the clubhouse, and Hoda is, I mean, she's amazing.
Yes.
And she knows, I mean, she's basically the mayor of Gouna, if it was to be one.
Yeah.
But yet she's so nice and so kind with everyone and, so welcoming. And immediately she makes you feel at home. Her and, all her team of waiters, of, managers, everybody there, you feel right at home. You enter her place and you feel right at home.
Yeah. I think Hoda has like this sense of building community, this urgency of having a community, and this moves her. I think this is one of the things that makes her very different as a person.
Yeah.
I remember one day. I remember the day that I met Hoda. It was a very casual thing. It's like we were in La Playa next to them, and we haven't been to Clubhouse at all. So I was walking, and I heard that Clubhouse had like this kind of something for the community, like a flea market or something like this. And I was moving, and I saw people sitting, the whole gang. And I was asking, do you have something like a flea market or something like this where people can put on all things and also some artistic stuff? My wife does macrame also, for that, for sure. So I was asking about macrame, and she say, yeah, but we are doing this for poor people and for normal people, not the so rich people, And this like strikes me as a very nice thing.
Yeah.
And then and she asked me, "Are you an artist?" And I said, "Yes, I'm a sculptor." "Oh, you're a sculptor. Why don't you do something with us?"
Yeah.
That's that easy. And I was wow, this lady is something.
No, she's amazing.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
always so supportive of small businesses and
Yeah.
yes, artists and everything. And you know, one thing also that I love about El Gouna and Hoda and the Clubhouse is actually, you know, highlighting this is the mix of cultures, of course, but also how nicely children and elderly and adults and young, you know, in their 20s are living all together and having fun all together.
Yeah.
And this is also something so rare. Honestly, in France, when you have children, it's so hard to live a social life because everybody is annoyed of children, really.
Yeah.
Every time they'll be just a little noisy, just a little loud. Everybody wants just you to leave the place and is looking at you badly and is making you feel so uncomfortable and stuff. People here love children and they're so welcoming with them and they're...
Especially your children.
My children are cuties, but they all are.
cuties, yeah, for sure.
And so this is so nice as a parent to feel like, you know, of course you will set boundaries, of course you will set rules. And I feel like Gouna children, like Gouna raised children are particularly respectful and everything, but they can be children. They can have, you know, let the joy of the children come out without being afraid to be too loud or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Hoda is hosting every year this, I don't even remember the name, the light festival,
Holy?
the Holy Fest.
The Holy,
yes.
yes.
And this thing for me is so fantastic. We went there like a few months ago. It was in March, I believe.
Yeah.
And I had my baby girl, 3 years old, that she was jamming in front of the DJ with a 24 something years old. And we had a 60 years old. And everybody was just having so much fun and dancing together and enjoying the music on the beach together. And really, this is so rare. I mean, I don't know many festivals where you can go, you know, from 3 to 80 years old and have fun all together. It's quite something on its own.
Yes. I think this is served also by like a background of rules and regulations that she does. She has these kind of rules that she puts every time she's making an event, and when this is respected, I think the product is a very good culture for everybody.
But so in general, this is the Gouna vibe. I mean, it's so easy to just. I mean, I'm kind of a middle class person, I would say.
Me too.
And being here, I'm friend with the guy that he's mopping the streets by our house. I'm friend with the gardener. I'm friend with the security guy of our compound.
And with Svetlana.
And I'm friend exactly with really rich people.
Yes, yeah.
And this is so beautiful, you know. And you know what? In the beginning, when I first came, sometimes I would feel quite uncomfortable to have people over in our apartment because, you know, it's not the most beautiful apartment in El Gouna and stuff.
I'm not shaking my head.
And
I'm not shaking my head.
And after a while, I was like, you know what? If people don't want to be with you anymore because your apartment ain't pretty enough, then, you know, you shouldn't hang out with them in the first place. So it's just fine.
Yeah.
And so I lost this like shyness and I started having people over and I was like, you know, whatever. And I realized that, this is the beauty of people here. They're not looking, you know, how much you have in your bank account or what you can afford, offer them or whatever.
Yeah.
We're having good time and I've never lost a friendship because, you know, my apartment is not
I understand.
super high standards. And this is really nice.
I
mean, it is really nice.
Yeah, I think every neighborhood has its beauty.
Yeah, of course.
When I
Our
came
neighborhood is amazing, by the way.
yeah. When I came to your place yesterday, I thought I always when I go to a place, I try to imagine what it would be like waking up and moving in this area, walking in this area in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, our area is really
and
beautiful
especially,
to walk in.
yeah, and especially at fall or winter, because now يعني, to a bit you can't enjoy anything because you are fighting the heat.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad for the weather today. We have like a little bit of some air, but yesterday
it was warm.
It was disaster. So many people like they leave Gouna this special this month. Like they travel, they will go to their home countries. Are you staying or
We're
are you
staying?
Yeah.
We live just 3 weeks and a half just to see our families.
Mm-hmm.
But we're staying because
you are one of the
where
free people
to go, you know. I mean, I can't. Maybe when our children will be older, we will have again this desire, to discover other places in the world and stuff. But right now, especially because, as long as we were in France, we were traveling a lot for our matches and competitions and stuff. And it was really exhausting to travel this much with two very, 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 very young children. Yes. It was always packing and packing, packing every 5 days.
Yeah.
So once we arrived in Gouna and we loved it so much, we're like, okay, we're not moving anymore until we have to.
Yes.
And, where else to go for holidays with children? Why to go somewhere else? Here is our home now. It is our home. We don't have a home in Europe anymore, by the way.
Yeah.
So when we go back to Europe, we have to be, squatting at our parents' houses or friends' houses. And there is no better place to do holidays with children. It's a paradise.
And still so much to do. We didn't explore everything.
Exactly.
Yet.
There is a lot more to do. So now we will really just move for 3 weeks and a half, but only to see our families and enjoy our families, which, by the way, are coming more and more to El Gouna and are thinking to move here as well.
Yes, my wife told me earlier that your mother told her that we love it here. Like she said so.
For my parents are like old generation French.
Yeah.
They never traveled outside of France, Spain, and Martinique, because my dad is from the Caribbean island of Martinique.
Wow.
So this is the places they knew so far, nothing else. So when I told them I was moving to Egypt, for them it was really a huge thing. It seemed so far away and, such an unknown culture and everything. Mm-hmm. And they were so afraid when they came to visit me the first time, And I think it took them probably like 1 week. And after that, they loved it. They started making friends. They had their routine of, Abu Amer and supermarket and walking around in the Gulf. And they're retired, so I feel like Gouna is the best place on earth for families, and it's also the best place on earth for retired people.
Yes.
And so, they started loving it, and they loved it so much that they started renting an apartment long term so that they can come much more often.
That's awesome.
And so, now they just left. They were here for 2 months. And honestly, they have other grandchildren in France, so they go back to France to see them as well and everything. But I think if I was their only daughter, they would live here at least 8 months of the year.
Yeah. Do you dream of your other siblings would come here? Visit as a
they came.
They came.
Yeah, last Christmas my parents brought everyone here.
Really? Wow.
And we were all together in Gouna for Christmas, which was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And how did they find Gouna?
they loved it. It was so different to everything they were expecting.
Yeah.
But what everybody's telling me is because I had all my family over, and I had recently my best friend coming also from France to visit.
Yeah.
And what they say every time is, what strikes them is how easy everything is, because, you know, everything is so close by and everything is so, you know, big. You have lots to do, but yet it's small. And so everything is easy in this sense. And also how peaceful it is.
Yeah.
I feel like...
And safe. Peaceful and safe.
And safe, yeah. But I feel like we're kind of living in a bubble.
In a bubble, yes.
And world is so bad and so sad lately that it's so relaxing, actually. When you come here, it feels like nothing else is really existing anymore, which can be kind of dangerous as well. So you have to keep your feet on the ground and remember, especially for our children, that they will grow up here and not know anything else. You have to remind them what the real world is actually like, for sure.
Yes.
But for me, I mean, you know, I'm a hypersensitive person, and living, you know, in France was so hard for me. So hard. I would cry every single day, you know. Every time I was...
If you lived in Cairo, this would be...
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I 4 days I was crying the whole time. And so...
This is a very good point, by the way. It's like, it's a bubble. Yeah. Like it reminds me of, you know, if you are a fan of Lord of the Rings and stuff like that.
I am not. I've never even seen it.
Yeah. It's like there are these people, the elves. They live in a very beautiful place, and at a very important stage in the movie, the characters, they go to this place to have some rest, and they move from this place energized for the trip. And I feel like the same, like whenever we host somebody, it's like, hey, warriors, come and take some rest and continue your journey. This is one of the things that I love, is like, and like, if I want to add to what you are saying, it has to be a bubble that has like an outward mission too.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You are giving this amount of safety and rest, so you can be an outsider, not to be entangled with traffic jams and stuff and like this, and see the other people in need and do something about it. If not, I think it can turn into these kind of bitter people in secluded places where they are so angry about newcomers and visitors and stuff like this.
But so that's the thing. I mean, for me, coming here has allowed me to really bring back together my own resources and relax my inner self enough so that I can give to other people now. So that I'm really able to help. And because I used to want to help everyone and, you know, solve war crimes and world poverty and everything.
About that I know something.
Which, you know, you can't. And at the end of the day, you're so exhausted and so destroyed yourself that you can't give to anyone else. And so exactly, this place had the power of, you know, healing me so that I'm able to really help other people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's like you have like contacts with your team, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you come from another paradigm where you can see through what they are going through with some clarity other than that?
Definitely. And also, coming here, you really realize what kind of rat in the wheel you were this whole time, you know? That you're not even taking the time to understand what's happening around you anymore, and you're not able to appreciate any of the beauty of life at all, because it's just, you're just running in your wheel the whole time. The pace of life is so fast that you can't enjoy.
Yes.
And this here, I really found this back to enjoy, you know, the small things, the very, very, very small and simple things.
Yes.
It doesn't have to do with the big yachts on the sea or anything like this. No, it's the simple, beautiful things of life. And you know what? I remember one morning, I had, my children didn't sleep well. I was tired. We were in a rush to go to school. You know, this same kind of rat in the wheel morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, my day was off to a bad start, you know, nothing serious, but I was a little moody and everything. And on my way back from school, I stop in the supermarket, and, you know, there is this cashier that I know, that, Mina, that we're always, you know, smiling, saying 2-3 words. It started changing my mood a little bit, you know, we speak a little bit. And I leave from the supermarket with my car, and I see a lady walking with all her bags, you know, that she lives in the compound close to mine. So I propose her, I take her in my car, I take her back home, same, we speak a little bit. We exchange a few jokes, and just like this, my day had shifted completely.
Wow.
And transformed into a beautiful day from, you know, small, simple things of life, which is just human interaction. I mean, life is all about human interaction and how much we take care of each other.
Yeah.
And here I really am able again to enjoy and see all these small moments, because a lot of time you would just not see them. You're so much into your busy life that you don't see the beauty of the small things anymore.
Yeah, this is what I see in. Sometimes I see visitors coming here with Cairo mentality. It's like they are running, and you are missing the beauty of Gouna. Is that the beauty of Gouna is not hopping from this restaurant to the other or to this nightclub and stuff like that. It's like slow down, sit, and enjoy these small moments.
Yeah.
And I think this is like a kind of pleasure that's accessible, I think, a little bit exclusively to people who stay for a long time here.
Probably.
Yeah. And this is the beauty of Gouna. It's like, hey, it's like I can have friends coming over and say, hey, Gouna doesn't have the best beaches. I know, for sure. It doesn't have the big...
No.
It's not about the beaches.
No, it's not about the beaches. Yeah. Everybody knows. I mean, beaches are better anywhere else.
Yeah.
But this thing, this vibe, this community, these people, these interactions we have with one another is priceless.
Yes,
and
it's
one of a kind.
I can see Gouna as a true melting pot. You know this expression?
Oh, yes, it is.
It is a true melting pot.
Yeah, it is.
Like if America is saying it is a melting pot, I don't think it's a true melting pot. It's people fighting each other,
no,
and turning into ghettos and stuff like that. And here,
El Gouna is really one of the less judgmental places I've been to. We are all human beings, so of course there's always judgment everywhere, but so little compared to the real world, I would say.
Yeah.
You can be who you are. You can be yourself, no matter, religion, nationality, whatever.
Yeah.
You can really be just yourself, and people will love you for who you are.
Yeah. So one last question. I know for sure that we can say lots and lots and stuff and know more about you and about your story. But one last question would be, how would you see the Gouna if it's going to be better, how what's your dreams about this? How would it be better for you? Or you think now it's
No,
perfect?
nothing is never perfect.
Yeah.
Perfection doesn't exist. I think one thing that could make it better is more public places.
Okay.
Like just 2-3 places where people can gather, bring their picnic and sit down by the sea or under a tree or wherever, without having to pay. Just a few more public places.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what for
about
me is missing.
Yeah, I agree with you. I can see that they added some benches
But
for in a couple of places, and this is for me a good start. But as you said,
I
we
think
need
they're
more.
working on it because we have also in our compound, I live in Lahana compound, and we have like an empty area between the compound and the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And one of Forestcom employee told me that they're working on making it, a place where we can, all the compound gather for barbecues or something like this. So yeah, that would be great.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
What about water polo? Do you really dream of having something dedicated for water polo here?
Water polo, I don't know. First of all, I can't play water polo anymore ever in my life. I'm forbidden.
But what about
from
coaching the Gouna team for
No,
water polo?
I am not. I don't have the spirit of a coach. But
Philippus would be?
Philippos would be. He's still a coach, yes.
Yeah.
He always was. I would love, I think we can develop sport more here. Still, I mean, they've done already some amazing things with the courts and the paddle events, tennis events and everything. But see now, so I can't play water polo anymore, but I'm looking to restart swimming.
Yes.
And maybe do a few master competitions, And I would love, to be the Gouna team and go, win some master championships for El Gouna and stuff. This would be so much fun.
Yeah.
And I can't find anybody, I can't find a group to start swimming training with me and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely we can develop sports a lot more, but this is normal. It's still a young city. So
Yeah.
we have also to bring, I feel like, our contribution to this amazing community.
Yes.
This is how we'll do it,
It's just like you read my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
You read my mind. Yeah. There's so much to give here.
Yeah, exactly.
So many people having experience, very unique experience, like you and your husband is like.
The first Goonies have built, amazing foundations and everything, and now it's up to all of us to bring the little extras that will make it even better.
Yes. If only we can do this at a like a regular, maybe fast pace, this place would be like
amazing.
Yeah,
it
amazing.
is already amazing, but there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
And I believe it's up to all of us as a community to continue the development in the best way possible.
Yeah. So we can say, hey, this is Zoom In podcast, and we had this tall French lady. She's Clémence, and she's into water polo, and she loves El Gouna so much. So it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me. It was great talking.
Yeah. And we hope we can see you soon. To anybody who listened to us, hope we can see you soon with another beautiful
insight story.
Yeah, sure. See you.
معقول انت انا وانت حنتقابل مع الايام اقول انت انا وانت حنتقابل مع الايام يا